Hello, welcome to the Ramble Express podcast. We're your hosts,
Super Mario Sonic Lover.
Vicious
Gear Gaming
Phantom.
and...
Phantom.
Yeah, it's just us three today. So anyways, what were we...
Speak of Christmas in all of its glory, and how the hell do you connect a Wii U to the internet?
With science, of course.
You fucking need it!
Well, what were we talking about earlier before we started? It was like...
For the last 3 days we've been talking about internet.
Yeah, but I mean the whole Mega Drive thing.
We brought up the Genesis, Mega Man 9 press kits.
Oh yeah, by the way, we don't have topics today. This is gonna be fun.
Well, we just went in like to talk about Christmas and what we got, really.
Oh, I got a Wii U, a chair, and a box.
Well, everybody who owns a Wii U essentially got a gift from Way Forward with the release of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse on Wii U.
Ah.
Unless, of course, you can't connect to the internet.
I still need to play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Play it on Wii U, because that's the better version.
What other consoles is it on?
3DS.
Oh yeah, fair enough then. I'd rather...
Yeah, I...
if I have the option to play a game on a console or a handheld, I'd always pick a console because it just...
Well, it's really good no matter what you play it on.
Yeah.
It's just better on Wii U.
Yeah,
Especially since the colors are more vibrant.
If I just have that choice, I would always go for the home console just because I feel like I'm more at home with it, I guess.
Yeah.
And I just prefer an actual controller overall. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game though, and you should buy it no matter what system. Also,
Yeah.
go to Jake Kaufman's Bandcamp page and download the soundtrack because that's really good too.
So yeah, I built the chair that I got for Christmas.
Well, it's kind of yours anyway because you made it then.
Yep.
Well, you got Smash and Mario Kart with the Wii U, didn't you?
Yep.
Experiences with those at all?
Mario Kart I haven't played a lot of. It's really not much different from the Mario Kart Wii, which was the last one I played.
Mario Kart 8 is way better than Wii.
I'd have to agree. Yeah, the graphic. I'm not really one to care about graphics, but man, it's such a huge improvement. I can't help but just looks so
visuals
good.
Visuals usually don't impact my enjoyment of a game. There's something that I mention, but they don't really matter to me. But Mario Kart 8 looks fucking beautiful.
Exactly.
Yes, it
yeah.
does.
Yeah. You just look when you look at like remade stages like Moo Moo Meadows from Mario Kart Wii, it's just such a huge upgrade.
I never really liked Moo Moo Meadows in the first place.
Well, yeah, but
I don't really see how it really works.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about...
It's better just visually. It's still
Yeah.
not a very fun stage. But,
Yeah, but that's all the graphics engine working.
Yeah. It kind of makes the original stage look like crap, to be honest.
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, I'm going to stop trying to connect my damn thing to the internet and actually play some Mario Kart Wii. Seeing as all of my family just stopped playing Civilizations 5. Right.
I still need to play Civilization Beyond Earth.
But
It's good, but disappointing.
speaking of Mario Kart 8, one of the things I got was a eShop card, and I used most of it for the Mario Kart 8 DLC, and it's so good.
You see, I just bought the dual pack thing, but like the day before the first DLC came out, I got that dual pack at a discounted price.
Yeah, Mute City is it's making all the F-Zero fans just want a new game. It's hilarious.
Well, even if that weren't the case, they still do.
Yeah. With that, I kind of want to say there's something in the works, but I'm not going to give my hopes up.
Maybe. I don't know. We at least know there's a new Star Fox coming out next year.
Yeah. Well, fun fact: the developers of Mario Kart 8 actually wanted to make an F-Zero game more than a Mario Kart. So maybe.
Well, that's why
But
this one
Nintendo
came
said,
out
no,
for-
you're making Mario Kart.
Texture.
Yeah. Like, I can understand that from a business perspective because Mario Kart sells more, but you know,
I think right now, though, but right now it's starting to delve into the logic of why Sega doesn't use their other properties. Yeah, the Mario Kart is going to sell more, but it's only because we haven't had an F-Zero installment in years.
Yeah, true. I think Nintendo is slowly going into the I don't really want to say backlog, but going to their old franchises and bringing those back. I hope they keep with that trend because, you know, I want to see most of these franchises making a comeback.
It's not going to happen, but please something Earthbound related.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's a new game, just something. Because Shigesato Itoi said he's not going to make a Mother 4, so.
Well, at least
We got the fan. There's a fan-made Mother 4 coming out, but it's still technically not Mother 4.
Mm.
Although there was an article that was uploaded a couple of months ago that was very quickly turned out to be fake, but it was convincing for a little bit. I suspected it instantly just because of the way they worded it, but a lot of people saw that it was real. The article was like, oh, there's going to be an Earthbound collection released, so that they'd rename each game so that Mother 1 would keep its fan title of Earthbound 0, and then Mother 3 would become Earthbound 2. But I think that was what gave it away as being fake, because if they did bring the other games over here, I doubt they would change their names.
No, they wouldn't.
Especially since the only people that are gonna buy it already know that Earthbound is Mother 2. So
yeah, pretty much. That would be nice to have though, like have Mother 1 and 3 like ported over to the overseas.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it kind of sucks we only got Mother 2.
Well, we got the best one, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Also, can I just point out how poorly of a job Mother 3 does to try to make you care about Lucas in the slightest?
I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know.
It's not incredibly great, but the first like 2 or so hours of the game, at least from what I've something like that, I think I played like 2 or 3 hours of the game. Everybody that talks about Lucas is only pointing out how much of a wuss he is.
Well, I can see then.
There's even one of the first things that happens in the game. If you try to go off the path the game wants you to do to learn how to dash and shit, they just say, don't go that way, there might be ants and you may step on them.
Wow.
Wow. Well, you definitely see that in his character in Subspace Emissary.
Yeah, but that's not the way to make a good protagonist.
Is it? At least.
And from the time I played, I was never put in control of Lucas. I was playing as Flint the whole time.
At least Luigi is a coward, but at least he's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's entertaining.
Yeah.
All we know about Lucas is he's a wuss, and that's it.
I can kind of understand why Luigi would be scared though, because he's in a haunted mansion with a bunch of ghosts, and he doesn't know where his brother is, and that seeing all his items and stuff around the mansion, he could very well be thinking his brother's dead. So I think that's a legitimately good reason to be scared.
Also, my theory on Mario and Luigi, they're a lot younger than they actually are in the games.
Well, they haven't really.
It's childish, except with Mario being the older brother.
So some people like to speculate that Mario is just as scared as Luigi, but he has to stand up because he's the older brother.
Better at hiding it.
He's the older brother. He has to stand up.
And then he has to be a dick to Luigi.
A lot younger than they really are.
Well, they haven't exactly have the.
Nintendo wanted to make children as their characters, but didn't, and have to live with that choice.
Well, they haven't exactly had the easiest of lives because straight from the start they got replaced. Well, not replaced, but they got separated from each other.
Yep. Yoshi's Island is effectively the beginning of the Mario timeline, I guess, and from the very start they're fighting Bowser.
Yeah, but when does Partners in Time take place? Because we have two.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah, because you have the babies and you have the present Mario and Luigi, so maybe that
Time paradox.
Yeah. When does New Island take place? Actually, is that right?
Also time paradox.
That's
sometime before Mewtwo Island, but after all of the other stuff that I don't know about.
I'm guessing it's after the.
I think it's like that. I think it's like that BS Sonic 4 excuse where New Island and Yoshi's Island are happening at the same time, even though that's not possible at all.
No. I'm just gonna assume it happens right after the original Yoshi's Island. So I'm guessing those two games happen, and then Partners in Time, and then the babies go back to their timeline and.
I'm gonna go with comic book theory and say that New Island is an alternate timeline.
Or that, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just talking out of my butt.
Yeah, but comic books have the most cop-out theories that have ever happened to be.
Yeah, but they at least have to make sense, and usually they do. So.
Yeah, true. It's interesting to think about timelines though, because well, Nintendo hasn't released an official Mario timeline. I don't know if.
Well, because nobody cares about Mario's timeline.
True, but it's
not the timeline isn't technically a timeline. It's an omniverse map.
There's too many games in the Mario timeline.
It is still by definition a timeline. It points out when certain games take place.
It's a timeline depending on which game you play.
Well, it's just interesting to think about, really. I just kind of like speculating timelines sometimes because it's just interesting to talk about.
Thing is,
unless they're story-driven games, I usually don't think about it.
With the Zelda timeline, the thing is,
it just gives you a headache.
You know where to start. You know where to go second and third, but fourth, where do you go? If you want to play all the games chronologically, you can't play two of them at the same time.
No, not really.
Well, you could.
Well, you could.
I guess you could go like, okay, I'm going to start Majora's Mask and now I'm going to start Wind Waker at the same time. You can kind of make that work, but...
Just play them at different times.
Yeah, I guess. But I couldn't do that.
I could. I've been doing that for... What the hell games am I listed as playing on my backlog? I don't even know anymore.
I have too many games in my backlog. I haven't even gotten back to many of them, really.
I've gone through a couple of them, like I finally went back and finished the first Assassin's Creed. Bad idea, by the way.
Well, I've been playing more Hyrule Warriors and stuff, but that's not really part of my backlog. Well, I just recently finished the story, so... Probably just gonna go through adventure mode now.
I like
that'll
how
take
in
forever.
Mario Kart U, you can only race against characters you've unlocked, and they can only have kart customization configurations that you can use.
Wait, is that a question or a statement?
It's a statement.
Oh, okay.
You can comment on it.
Well, what is there to say?
That sure is a thing.
I mean, I
Another-
played it now. I just noticed that, but I find it cool.
Yeah.
And then, did we mention in any of the previous podcasts about the Worlds Unite stuff?
Yes, I believe we
what?
did. I believe we did, yes.
I wouldn't
With
know
the,
that memory is the equivalent of short-term amnesia.
I remember us talking a little bit about that.
Yeah, with the Sonic Boom characters now being in it.
Yeah. That. Oh yeah, we definitely talked about that. I remember now.
Alright.
But yeah, it does seem interesting. When is that? Has that been set to release anytime?
Probably pretty soon.
Hmm.
It's definitely still gonna be early next month because I saw on the cover of one of the, I think the third issue of the current Sonic Universe arc, Spark of Life. They're doing the countdown gimmick they did when Worlds Collide was happening, where they did on the covers they did Worlds Collide in 5 or whatever.
Hmm.
And on the Spark of Life Part 3 cover, there's a Worlds Unite in 2. So it's probably fairly soon.
Ah. Okay.
So I'd assume probably in, let's see, that issue is going to come out in February. So I think probably in April,
Hmm.
if not sooner. Because I think we might have 2 comic releases for Sonic Universe soon.
But should we get into what we actually got for Christmas? Joey, you've already stated what you got, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Chase, do you want to go?
Well, I didn't technically get the Wii U for Christmas.
Oh, you got money.
I got money, but used it to buy the Wii U.
Fair enough.
Did you know the
Close
game
enough.
does multi-card transactions?
Wait, what?
Did you know that game does transactions?
Nope, but that's interesting.
I think most stores
you
do.
pay with
I think
cash
most
and
stores do.
the same
Ah.
transaction. It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
So if you don't have enough money but don't want to use a credit card or something, that you could still use the credit card, but you wouldn't get as much interest on it because there wouldn't be as much being spent, sort of thing.
Right. Okay.
So sort of like overdraft.
Okay.
Although not many people here will understand what that is.
I do, vaguely. Anyway, I ended up getting a new graphics card for my computer, which I still need to install, as well as, I'm actually trying to remember, because my memory is horrendous with everything. Dragon Age Inquisition, which I need to play more of. And an Amazon gift card, which I used to buy like 3 trade paperbacks of comics.
Paperback, why not hardback?
Because they're more expensive and paperbacks are easy.
They're much more expensive and harder to store.
Yep.
I know the answer, trust me.
Also, because they're only available in paperback.
That was one of my reasons that I mentioned, so.
Oh.
Okay. As for me, I remember Kirby Triple Deluxe, Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, New Super Mario Bros. 2. Damn it, what was the last?
Wait, New Super Mario Bros. 2?
Yeah, the numbering doesn't make sense because you have DS, Wii U, and now 2.
Do you want to know why it really
Well,
doesn't make sense?
New Super Mario Bros. 2 came out before. New Super Mario Bros. 2 came out before New Super Mario Bros. U.
No, that's true, but there were still 3 games before then. So
Can I just point something out? Why would you call it New Super Mario Bros. When it's not new after 2 weeks?
it's just a
Because it's revamped.
it's just a trend, really.
So let me guess. We're gonna get Mario Maker, Mario Maker 2, Mario Maker 3.
There'd be no point.
New Mario.
I think Nintendo is smart enough to realize there's no reason to make more than. I think Nintendo knows that there's no reason to make more than one Mario Maker game.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
It's kind of like a self-sustaining organism.
Yeah, unless you go to different Mario genres entirely, don't make another Mario Maker.
New Super Mario Galaxy U Maker.
They're definitely not making another Mario Galaxy.
Yes.
It is not fucking.
64.
Well, they could make a 3D Mario Maker game. That would take a lot of effort, though.
Yeah, I think that's probably why they did it with the 2D one, because it's a bit easier to make.
Yeah, but what was it? I said Sonic Boom, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay. There was one more 3DS game. I can't remember what it. Damn it! This always happens. But Kingdom Hearts 1.5, Wii Party U, a Kirby plushie. That's pretty much it. There's another 3DS game, but I can't remember the name. I can't remember it for the life of me. It's killing me.
Bravely Default?
Bravely Default, no. I know. It's gonna kill me. I really want to just go and look, but that would just kill the podcast.
Yeah.
Look later and then put it as an annotation. By the way, it was this.
Might as well. Or I could just put it in the video editor.
That's what we
That too.
basically just said, but
Well,
anyway.
Well, I said annotation because I completely forgot these actually do need to go through editing.
Yeah. Well, I can't just randomly find a picture for the podcast and just render it, because I really can't be bothered to change the picture every time we change the subject, because that just gets tedious.
Especially considering how often we change subjects.
Exactly. If there was
Just
some...
get a picture of the evil Santa and we'll be done. Post and package. Onward. Next podcast.
Pretty much, because considering we do this weekly, and
Sometimes.
We do this
yeah, sometimes.
sorta weekly. It's not even bi-weekly.
Well, we do
Occasionally weekly.
yeah, pretty much. But considering how often we do this, it would just kill me if I had to edit it like that. Like if there's
Well, you know, if there's one thing I can say about this podcast, it's certainly more consistent than mine. There has been literally one episode of that.
but
What consistency? Where? We must crush it.
But yeah, if this was something like the cartoon Ramble, when was that again? That was like a year ago.
No, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Coming from the person that was-
Wow, man. But anyways, if it was something like that, I'd put effort into the actual editing. But this series is meant to be more casual, so you know.
So fuck it.
The thing is, from what I can tell about what I remember about the cartoon run, you spoke for 1 hour about cartoons, and you spoke for 1.5 hours about My Little Pony.
That's still
Pretty much.
cartoons.
Pretty much. I knew
Yes, but
that was going to happen, so. And I still had to put effort into editing with that, because I pretty much changed the picture whenever we changed the episode we were talking about, or the character and stuff like that. But enough of that. Well, what did you guys think of what you got, I guess?
for Christmas or Cartoon Ramble or what are we talking about?
Christmas.
What did I get from the Cartoon Ramble? Well,
No!
what others believe think is cartoons, and thinking that finally someone who thinks about something in my own way. But anyway,
Oh, gosh.
no, for Christmas, what I thought about what I got is why the hell won't it connect to the fucking internet? Other than that,
For a while, when I played Dragon Age Inquisition was really good. But for a while, it was basically worthless because of the PSN servers going down. And Inquisition needs to connect to Dragon Age servers initially to run.
Oh, I'm.
so I guess it needs to phone home every 24 hours, otherwise Microsoft won't pay. Sony won't pay the ransom.
I hated that so much.
It only needs to do it once when you start it up, and it's just in case you decide to play multiplayer.
I hate that so much. How the PSN just died because.
Well, so did Xbox Live, but they got that up really quickly.
But yeah, my internet was pretty much in the games room anyway. It was dead for a while, and when I got it back, the PSN was just not working at all, and that kind of annoyed me because I needed to download Sonic CD for C's Brain, and well, I've just done that now, so. Probably tomorrow I'm going to start recording that, because I need to get that done.
Are you going to do the special stages or hunt for the fucking generators?
I'd probably go for the special stages, just because...
Either one is kind of a pain in the ass, but...
Yeah, exactly, because I'm not a fan of the special stages, and it's not exactly fun to go for all of the generators, but I think it's...
I will still take them over Sonic 2's special stages any day, though.
True. I usually just go for the special stages just because I don't want to just go around every act and just look for the robot generators, because they're just so painful to look for.
This is why the internet exists.
Yeah. I've done it once and I'm not doing it again.
Does it again.
Do it all over again.
Screw it.
Do it live!
Hey. But
But doing it live implies sturdy internet connection, audience, and...
I guess I should start off simple with the eShop money. Well, I've already said the Mario Kart 8 DLC is brilliant because, well, it's like £11. You're getting 4 cups, 6. This is for both packs, by the way. You get 4 cups, 6 new characters, a decent amount of new vehicles. I can't remember the exact number, but it's a decent amount.
I think it's 8 new best.
Wait, what? It's
There's eight of something in the DLC altogether, I think.
But you have all that, the ability to change the color for the Yoshis and Shy Guys, which is kind of pointless, but it's nice to have.
Also, the addition of a fucking mini map on the TV screen.
Why didn't you have that before?
Because the game had Master Race.
Aye.
Well, like even if the mini map had been on the screen before, there's still shit to do on the gamepad.
Yeah.
Yes, like center becoming a horn.
But I love the way Nintendo's handling DLC because you're getting so much for your money's worth. So I really can't complain.
Yeah, and they also actually give you a reason to buy the DLC ahead of time by putting it at a discounted price.
Yeah. So I really can't complain for them giving us DLC.
Whereas we look at a season pass for something like BioShock Infinite, and you are paying the exact same price for something that we weren't even sure was going to exist at the time.
Pretty much. Because you have with like Hyrule Warriors, you have so much content for the DLC in that game, and it's just... Well, Nintendo just knows how to do it.
It's only like $20.
Yeah, and Nintendo just knows how to do DLC right so far, which is nice because
This is the first time Nintendo's tried DLC, but they're doing it right because of all the times everyone else has failed and the internet's complained about it.
Pretty much.
They're like, well, look at all these fuck-ups other people had. Let's do none of this.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a meeting and just for DLC like exclusively, and they were all just like, okay, all these companies are doing this. let's not do this and just do it our own way.
I'm probably assuming the way they do the DLC brainstorming for like prices, they tally up just what they think it should be, and then they go to a few people, probably within the building, and see if it's a decent price.
And
then they bring it down a couple of bucks. Like, if I'm willing to bet that if they had a DLC or some DLC for Mario Kart 8 that was just like, I don't know, a new vehicle for Mario, because it is just one single new vehicle, it'd probably be like $1.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even pay that much. I'd pay 50 cents.
Mm.
If it's just one vehicle, so that's what, 3 options for a single character. 50p at most. 50p, 50 cents.
Yeah, but
I'm just giving an example.
pretty much.
10 yen. 2 Czech crowns.
13 German bucks.
Okay, 2 Czech crowns. That is like, here, have half a penny.
But
Actually, Google it.
20 Czech crowns. That's more like it.
have any of you guys played Kirby Triple Deluxe?
No,
I have.
because I just got a Wii U.
Well, it's on the 3DS.
I don't have any games worth playing on my 3DS at the moment.
But from
Joey,
what,
how many Czech crowns did you say?
Something like 20. When I said 2, that's like half a penny, so screw that.
Well, 12 crowns is, or 2 crowns is 0.09 cents. That is less than a penny.
And that is why we should all get 100 of whatever our regional equivalent is and move to the Czech Republic.
Or no, wait. I think I'm reading that wrong. I think that's 9 cents.
Do I know the cheapest bottle of cola I've ever seen?
what?
In the subway in Prague, there was a vendor, and he was selling cola and other drinks of sorts, and 6 Czech crowns for a bottle of cola. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that's like 2p.
Wow.
I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around that. Oh, this just died.
That was what
That it did.
I thought someone was going to say something. So,
Well, I did say something. You're welcome.
Kirby Triple
I have an
Deluxe from
excuse. I'm first place on the 150cc in an ice map.
yay. From what I've played of Kirby Triple Deluxe, I've only played 2 worlds so far. But you know, I like it. It's pretty much
It gets even better as you continue.
But it's pretty much just was it design-wise? It's pretty much the same as Return to Dreamland, but it's more. I don't really want to say gimmick heavy, but they've tried to make it more unique, I guess.
The gimmick is there, but it makes sense to be there.
Pretty much, and I do love the way they.
It doesn't feel invasive. Skyward Sword.
Aye. But
It works. Also, Skyward Sword.
But I do like the gimmicks I've seen, and yeah, I'm just enjoying it really.
Gimmicks are good so long as they don't feel gimmicky.
Wait, what?
Gimmicks are good so long as they don't feel too gimmicky.
Pretty much.
That might sound like a complete and utter contradiction.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. But I think especially in something like a Sonic game, every level should have a specific gimmick. So that is fun. Wait, what?
The mark of a good gimmick is if you enjoy using it.
Pretty much. But I think
if it's irritating to use, your gimmick has failed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Skyward Sword.
With a Sonic game,
Also,
I think you should.
to take some of the flack off of Skyward Sword, because it is not the only game to fuck this up, Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Right.
Or literally the exact same thing.
I think if you try... the thing with early Wii games is that they tried way too hard to use the motion controls, and it just killed most of the launch window.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and they managed to do that twice in its lifetime.
But
First time at launch, they tried using motion controls too much, and it didn't work for anything much beyond Wii Sports. And the second time, when they introduced the Motion Plus, again, Wii Sports was pretty much the only thing that really worked.
It worked once in a blue moon on Skyward Sword.
I guess the Wii Sports Resort was pretty good.
I didn't even play it because I didn't care.
But back to what I was saying with with a Sonic game, you should have a specific style and you should run with that. But I think to make the game interesting, to keep it interesting and fresh for every level, you should include a specific gimmick for every stage that still makes it fun, and it's expanding on the style that you have. So, you know, basically making it so every level feels unique from each other, but it's also not turning into a completely different game. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Because that's kind of a problem with Sonic Unleashed, where the levels don't really feel different.
Well, the day levels do. The night levels all kind of blend together, though.
Well, the day levels, graphically they do look different, and partially level design wise, but they kind of all play the same, to be honest.
Well, yeah, but it's the way I see it. A game can have more or less the exact same mechanics with no change throughout the entire thing, if it's entertaining enough to stay entertaining throughout the entire game. If at any point the player gets tired of doing the same thing, that is when you introduce a new mechanic to spice things up. But the way the daytime levels are designed in Unleashed, yeah, you're effectively doing the same thing through the entire game, but it's a fun thing to do over and over and over again.
That's true.
The Werehog is literally the exact opposite of that.
They improved that whole thing with Generations, so I can't really complain about that, because
Yeah. Although I still feel that Generations was a bit too speed focused, because I think they had gotten it perfect with colors.
Yeah, I love colors.
Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations are very good games with their boosting gameplay, but I feel like you're boosting a bit too often because you get boost energy from rings.
I won't deny that it's fun to do, but I see what you mean. Yeah, colors had a very good balance. Like, okay, this area here you're gonna boost, and now you have some platforming, and it just feels like the perfect balance.
Yeah, and to make it so you didn't feel like the platforming was ever getting in the way of boosting, or the boosting was getting in the way of the platforming, you only would get boost from white wisps as opposed to rings.
And you can technically still go fast in those quote-unquote slow sections. You basically just have to learn the level design, like you basically had to do in all the other...
It's like a Sonic game.
Pretty much, which, is nice, because, the Unleashed and Generations are fun, but you don't really have to do much to gain speed. It's kind of just given to you automatically. With colors, you kind of have to think more.
I think Colors and Lost World did a really good job when it came to speed by making it feel like you actually had to earn it. Especially Lost World, by taking away the boost feature.
Yeah, unless you kind of have it with Supersonic, but even still, it doesn't...
Yeah, but the base gameplay, though.
Yeah. even then, you only get, I've noticed you only go a little bit faster with the supersonic boost.
Well, yeah, they got it. If it was the Unleashing Generations boost, the levels would be literally impossible.
Yeah, I can see that, because the game isn't...
Also, I'm saying literally too much. But I think that if it was the Unleashing Generations boost, you would not be able to finish a single level as Supersonic in Lost World.
Pretty much. The game is not designed around that kind of speed, so it probably wouldn't be fun to play at all. So,
Yeah.
Everyone seems to complain about the speed in Lost World. I think it's a perfect balance for that style, because considering the design of that game, I think it's a good balance.
Yeah.
The 2D sections could be a little bit faster, but even still, I think they're fine.
Yeah, they're fun. I basically Lost World was not a very bad game.
Yeah, it's a lot. Well, the 3DS version is a completely different story, but the Wii U version is.
Well, yeah.
The Wii U version is definitely a lot better than people give it credit for. At least in my opinion.
I just want to point out that when Lost World came out, it was basically just this game sucks. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Listen to what people have to say about it now, and they'll be like, "Yeah, this is really good." It's stuff like this that makes me hate the internet sometimes, especially the Sonic fanbase.
Exactly. I've given up with the Sonic fanbase entirely, because it's
I'm honestly at the point where I don't consider myself a Sonic fan when it comes to the games, because you're grouped in with fucking idiots who can't handle difference. I only consider myself a fan when it comes to the comics, because the fans of that seem to be way smarter.
Well, I'm a Sonic. I still consider myself a Sonic fan, but I group myself way far away from the others, really, because I don't really want to associate myself with them.
So,
I just like the...
Are you saying a continent-sized gap or a Mars-sized gap?
A Mars-sized gap, probably, actually.
A continent on Mars.
That Mars is one continent.
Oh, okay then. Never. Or if you want to go with the better comparison, Jupiter.
Why not just say Pluto?
No.
Because Pluto's tiny.
No, what I mean is the distance from the Sun to Pluto.
No, screw that. The galaxy next to us.
What, Pegasus?
Aye.
Either way, Sonic
You
fanbase
want a Milky Way to Pegasus size gap.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, there's gaps, and then there's... You would
Holes
never
in reality.
cross that line.
Well, I'll never have to deal with a stupid Sonic fan again.
Yeah, pretty much.
One of the best examples of the fan base being completely horrendous. Go to any given article on Sonic Stadium, and from what I've heard, also the forums.
Yeah.
Open the floodgates.
I only really follow people like some call me Johnny and Clement to some degree, because those people actually have common sense.
They're not complete morons.
Yeah. So if you have a legitimate reason,
When they don't like a Sonic game, they have legitimate reasons. Although I still argue that most of Clement's Sonic 06 review is nitpicking.
But
Though, granted, a lot of my other M review is nitpicking. So.
But yeah, it's
Either way, like when it came, a lot of people that I heard talking about Rise of Lyric when that came out, I didn't have to even watch their reviews to know they hated it, because most of the people that I followed when it came to reviews for that game, I followed on Twitter, and they tweeted their opinions, and they hated it. And it was never because they had any legitimate issues with the game. It was because it's slow. That's not Sonic.
Go fast.
I hate it when people do that,
Whereas-
because
whereas we look at Johnny's review, which, and by the way, I avoided literally I avoided pretty much every Sonic Boom review so far because I already know what people think of it. I know that people hate it. The only one I watched was Johnny's review because I knew that even if he hated it, he would give legitimate reasons why.
Yeah, that's the people I follow for.
And he did.
So what is wrong with Sonic Boom? Because from what I know, it's a proper 3D adventure game with a Sonic code.
For me, what I noticed, it's kind of glitchy, but it's never like game breaking. It's always just kind of minor "that was weird" stuff. Like I was playing as Tails, and
So
Sonic just kind of started.
Things, or wall clipping.
Yeah, it's texture stuff. It's nothing that would actually affect the game.
Right. So.
And then upon continuing to play it, like I can kind of see where some people are coming from. Like the combat is not incredibly deep, and I can see how it gets boring fairly quickly. But Hyrule Warriors combat isn't incredibly deep, and that game is really fun.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I enjoyed I enjoyed Rise of Lyric.
Completely different genres there. That's not really that fair.
I'm just talking combat in general. I'm not like both Hyrule Warriors and Sonic Boom both have pretty simple combat systems that you can get through by just mashing one button. I don't see why Hyrule Warriors gets praised where Sonic Boom gets completely torn down for it.
Because Sonic, he's got to go fast, otherwise it's not true Sonic game.
I haven't
I actually, one of my favorite things about the complaints when it does come to Sonic is pretty much the first game points out that sometimes you do kind of have to slow down. Did nobody ever think that maybe there's a reason Marble Zone is so fucking slow?
Yeah.
It's the contract. The way I see it, the stages of Sonic 1 are deliberately designed to show that you can go fast, but sometimes you need to slow down. That's why Marble Zone is second, and is most likely why Labyrinth Zone was also initially the second level, because that level is really slow.
Pretty much, because Stephen.
But they like. Go ahead.
Okay, but Stephen Frost pretty much from the start said, "Yeah, we're gonna slow you down because Sonic. A lot of the time in the more recent Sonic games like Unleashed Generations and all those, you're kind of just going through the environment, so they wanted you to explore more, which fair enough. I do like the style they went for because I've only played the demo so far, but from what I've played, I did enjoy what they were going for, and when people say it's slow, you have to understand that this is a different take on Sonic, and it's not meant to be fast.
It's slow, but that's the fucking point.
When I went into the demo at the convention, I think it was Hyper Japan.
Probably.
Yeah, I went into it thinking this is going to be different, and I was rewarded for that mindset because that made me enjoy the game more, as opposed to being like, okay, I'm going to go into this game, I'm going to have the boost, I'm going to have the boost and the parkour system, but yeah.
When it comes to any game, especially Sonic, I go in with as few expectations as possible. I only expect a solid, enjoyable game, and that has caused me to enjoy games that people have hyped up to be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like with Destiny, just a lot of people played the beta of that, and they said that it was really, really good, and they couldn't wait for the full game because it was going to be amazing. Then when the full game came out, they hated it because it wasn't anywhere near as good. Now, however,
I about the Halo Reach beta. I really liked the Halo Reach beta. When it came out, it was amazing, but it never got better.
And then for me though, when I played the beta, I was like, this is fun. I imagine the final version will probably be different though. So when the final version finally came out and I played it, I was like, I was right. and it was still enjoyable.
Mm.
If you hype a game up and let yourself give into the hype, you will ultimately be disappointed.
Pretty much.
Unless
Yeah.
it is just a really... The only time when I feel that hype is justified is when it comes to big-name Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Like, I never let down any of my hype for Smash, and it's still an amazing game.
Yeah, I love Smash U. I have been playing that more or less non-stop.
Yeah, that's like... Games like that, it's pretty much safe to be hyped for. But I think you should have a certain level of hype, I guess, because, like you said, Chase, if you overdo it, you're just going to end up being disappointed.
Yeah, like, I didn't expect Smash 4 to be anywhere near as good as it actually was.
Yeah.
I expected it to be really good, but not quite to the level of Melee. And it's so damn close to being better than Melee.
Pardon me, but yeah.
All it needs is Mewtwo, and then... Fuck, man.
That, and I want them to release DLC for an actual Break the Targets. I don't need it, but it would be nice to have.
Especially since Target Blast is balls.
To the walls.
Bit my tongue.
I'm at...
Oh, I didn't even know you went.
Everyone says that, despite I clearly say BRB.
Hey.
Alright, everyone who noticed I said BRB initially, don't go back and check it. Thumbs up this video.
Yes!
Just leave a comment saying I noticed.
Yep, we'll know what you're talking about. Unless I forget, which I will.
It's true, I'm just gonna play Smash 4 now.
Make a note of it.
I'm just gonna play Smash 4 now, screw it.
I was doing that earlier.
I'm gonna play Smash 4. God damn it, you're gonna mention the game, and if I've got it, I'm gonna play it.
Aye.
Which is gonna be very difficult on Smash 4 and Wii U. Wait, Wii U?
You know, a lot of people are actually saying the level design is kind of meh. I've actually enjoyed my time with it, just making random crap.
I haven't used it yet, but I imagine when I finally do, it'll be...
I made a very good space map. It's an asteroid belt.
You just have to have an imagination, because Brawl's one was...
Which I don't have. It's also why I don't build why I don't build anything in Minecraft.
That's
I
why...
also built a train track. Now, what happens is this bar comes along, and you've got to jump on it. Otherwise, if you try going anywhere, you're going to get hurt by the massive amounts of lava. And it's thick lava. So it will hurt. It will do 10 damage.
I don't want to go on time.
The only stage that I've really heard actual stages that I've heard anybody complain about, like as a concept, are the Great Cave Offensive, and even then I like that one still.
I really liked the Great Cave Offensive. I don't really see the complaints there. Well, I
can kind of get it. I mean, it's massive.
I can understand why people don't like it, but I never really... I didn't really see a problem myself.
The only stage I really don't like is probably Yoshi's Island, and even then it's just because I never liked Yoshi's Island. It's too damn small.
I've always liked that stage. I haven't really...
Can't even imagine what 8-player Smash is like on that thing.
It's kind of... 8-player Smash is kind of...
Hectic, but once you get the hang of it, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know that it's completely insane, but on that stage in particular, where it's crazy even with 2 people...
It's kind of weird, the stages they chose for 8-player Smash, because Yoshi's Island is a kind of small for that, and some stages could have been better.
A lot of the melee stages really should have been tweaked for 8-player Smash. The only one that could really fit initially would be Hyrule Temple, because that stage is gigantic.
Yeah.
Like, they even noticed, they recognized it with Battlefield, and so they added Big Battlefield.
Although this stage sucks, I'm surprised they didn't bring back Newport City just for 8-player Smash.
Yeah, I really wish there was more Earthbound representative stuff in this. Because we've got one stage in both versions,
And
and only one of them is original.
Yeah. Which is kind of surprising. I would have loved for Magicant to be on the Wii U.
Yeah. I get why a lot of people hate it. Flying Man is a pain in the ass if you aren't the one to grab him.
Well, even though you can turn on the Final Destination variant.
Yeah, but that also gets rid of the other gimmicks that are really fun.
True.
On 8-player Smash, the thing I don't understand is when picking the maps, there's normal, and then there's Omega.
Well, we have most of the Omega stages, but they're pretty much Final Destination versions of the stage.
It removes the gimmicks so that they're just flat stages.
Pretty much. So for all the Final Destination people, you have more variety than just the same stage.
Except you can't actually use Final Destination.
Well, if you're doing normal smashes, then you can, but
But you can't on 8-player Smash.
which is weird.
But if you've ever wanted to do Fox only, no items, you don't have to do it anymore on fucking just Final Destination. You can do it in Windy Hill.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now just because.
I'm doing 8-player Smash in Windy Hill.
Which also, it seems to me that in order to make Sonic good in Smash Wii U, they had to take a character that was good in the previous ones and just completely fuck him up.
Because
And the one they chose to do that with, was Fox.
yeah, because Sonic is really good in 4.
Oh yeah, anyone who's made their Mii into a fighter yet?
I've done that.
I haven't on the Wii U version, but I did on the 3DS version.
I
Oh,
did.
you need to do it on the Wii U. It is awesome.
I did that a couple days ago just to get some challenges done.
So, what setup did you use?
Well, outfit wise.
No, I mean, are you a brawler? Are you a...
Oh no, I made one for each class.
Well, I made one for swords, and then I let my brother make one, and then I made one for the other classes.
Okay,
I don't use those, they're just there in case I ever decided to play those.
Okay, I'm time to do Fox only Final Destination.
Now, 99-minute 8-player Smash Fest! Solo!
Yay!
Way to kill yourself.
I still maintain that Fox is probably one of the worst characters in Smash 4. He's horrible.
Yeah, he's a lot. He's been nerfed a lot, but I still find him fun to play.
And the problems with Fox, I really noticed them when I was doing a challenge, or one of the events. I can't remember what it's called, but you're fighting, I think, Meta Knight and somebody else that I can't remember. But basically, you're just supposed to survive until time runs out, and if you die, you fail. I learned a lot of the issues with Fox when trying to do that event's unlock condition, which was to also get 8 KOs before the stage ends. I realized Fox is fast, yes, but most of his attacks are incredibly slow, and they clash with his speed.
The problem I have with him is just he's a lot more weak compared to his melee and even brawl counterpart.
Yeah, like I said, they had to make Sonic good from Brawl, they had to take a character and make them bad, and so they went with Fox.
Yeah.
And by extension, Falco, because Falco is just Fox.
And also, 8-player Smash 99 minutes for Greninja.
Also, Greninja's fun. Greninja's really fun.
Yeah.
I don't play Greninja because I made my own character, and it's so much fun playing as your own me. Is you pick a class that works with you. So I picked Swordmaster. Well, that's what I called him as well. So. And he is because he's awesome. But anyway, yeah.
Bringing in the Mii's just gives you so much room for messing around. Like, yeah, I'm gonna put this random guy in that's never gonna be in Smash.
In the 3DS version, I made it. In the 3DS version, I made an Andrew Ryan fighter.
I made Batman and Spider-Man.
What I've
I
done
also had to put in some of my favorite, I guess, silly actors, Gary Busey and Christopher Walken,
what I've
and
done
also George Carlin.
What I've done with my character is I've made him a pirate, fully spec'd for attack. The fence is heavily downed by it, but it doesn't matter because I just wipe everyone out before they get hit in.
Can you hear controller noises?
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay. Hopefully that doesn't kill the recording.
Oh, I
Has anybody
was using my own.
has anybody other than me gotten a chance to mess around with the amiibos in Smash 4 yet?
I haven't gone an amoeba yet, so no.
I just spent
They're very
budget on Wii U, so.
they're really fun. If you've ever done most of your practicing on like actual people to get better, you don't have to do that anymore, because after a while of training the amiibos, by the time I got mine to just level 12, it was already starting to be really powerful
Sure.
and was a legitimate threat.
So, could it become as good as like tournament players?
Potentially, yeah,
Dang.
if you train it well, because they duplicate your moves to an extent.
So you could keep on throwing items off the stage and they'll learn that and just keep doing that.
Probably, yeah.
I do like that.
Somebody trained it to just constantly do. I'm trying to remember what they trained. I think just constantly do Fox's Blaster
Wow.
or something along those lines. Somebody trained their amiibos to just spam really cheap moves.
Come on, I want to win this.
But they're cool. So far, the only one I've actually used is my Samus amiibo, but I'll probably train up the other ones, because thanks to Loot Crate, I ended up getting the entire first wave of amiibos.
Oh, cool.
Although that does mean I also pre-ordered the Samus amiibo when they were announced, so I have 2 Samus amiibos.
Nice.
We have
So,
two.
One of them.
You
Two
have,
Samus amiibos.
well, then you have 2 Space Warriors then.
One of them's in the box because reasons.
Because you don't need to take it out. So with Loot Crate, you basically get a massive crate on top of everything in there.
Come on, let
Yeah,
me win.
every month they send you a crate with merchandise to a specific theme. Like December's was anniversary, so they sent stuff just commemorating, or that was just Loot Crate related in general, just like random nerd stuff. And
Yeah.
also Christmas.
Wouldn't you eventually have a dozen crates and nothing to do with them?
I won in again.
I've already got like fucking 6 of them.
I won in the free-for-all. Yay.
Let's see, how many loot crates with just shit do I have in them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 loot crates that I don't even need. Although the last loot crate that only had 2 amiibos in it, Luigi and Zelda, probably has the best. Each amiibo loot crate came with a specific amiibo themed piece of merchandise, kind of. Like the first one came with an amiibo wristband, the second one came with a pull string tote bag, and then the third one came with a T-shirt. Which then the shirt isn't really amiibo related; it's more Smash.
I'm doing crazy orders now. Which is a really good way to unlock things, by the way.
Mostly music, though.
Yeah. I'm surprised at how rare music actually is and to find in stages.
I'm still looking for the Donkey Kong rap.
How do you unlock
They changed it from the original version.
I don't care, still looking for it.
I think it's one of the challenges, but don't quote me on that.
Which challenge is
It's
it?
not. It's not. I've completed all the challenges, and I don't think you unlock it from there.
Oh, okay. So just... keep doing things like crazy
Which,
orders.
by the way, have fun trying to do all the fucking challenges.
Isn't there one to go do classic mode 9 intensity 9.0 with no deaths?
Something like that, yeah.
Screw that, really.
Or no, wait, I did the events, not the challenges. I still haven't done all the challenges on the fucking challenge board.
Hey. I do like the. I like
The events were a pain in the ass, especially the final battle.
I can't. I don't know how I'm gonna do that on hard.
I don't know what it is with me, but somehow I always find a way of losing my stylus.
I've lost my 3DS stylus actually, so I'm with you on that.
Yeah, no, I've lost my 3DS stylus, my backup 3DS stylus, my backup 3DS stylus, my backup 3DS stylus, and my Wii U stylus. And 15 Nintendo DS Lite styluses.
Thankfully, you don't really need a Wii U stylus that much, and even.
That's of course you want to make a map in the stage.
I guess, but you could
You
find.
can use your finger.
Yeah, or you could just find a random pencil. Well, not a pencil, but
I'm currently using an army pen, so.
yeah, you could just use a pen. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's see what CD I get from this.
I know we have moved past Loot Crate, but in Loot Crate similar things, Indie Box is awesome.
What do you guys think of the extra modes that Smash Wii U has?
What are all of them? I'm trying to remember what they all are.
I love special orders. I haven't ever played Actually, I have played All Star. I'm not very good at it. Stadium is just gimmicky.
It's always been gimmicky.
Yeah,
And
well,
I've gotten to. You know when you always get to that bit where you're stuck and you can't continue? I've pretty much done all the events I can before I'm stuck. I can't do Yellow Devils. I can't do Galactic Avenger.
They're not that difficult.
I can't do It's Past Your Bedtime.
That one's also really easy.
Yeah, but you gotta put people to sleep and I don't know the controls.
oh, to do that you have to do I think it's up B.
And where the hell did
I think it's down B actually.
Right. Oh,
In a random Smash match today, I learned that I can't play Olimar at all.
I can kind of play as him. He's a fun character to use. He's just really complicated.
He's a fun character to fuck around with, but I can't play as him seriously.
I've learned that if I actually put time and effort into him, I could become potentially really good with him. I just need to put time into learning his moveset. Please just die, Ganondorf, already.
No.
I'm putting myself to sleep.
Yeah.
How is this useful?
If you use it near enemies, it puts them to sleep.
Oh.
Oh, it launches them miles into the air.
Oh, you're using sleep. Or rest. Try up B.
Yeah, all it's doing is killing them.
Yeah, try up B.
Yeah, then just do it. Then just do up B.
I hate going up.
Still has more use. Still has more use than the sleep power up in actual Kirby games.
Yeah. I hate going up against computer Little Macs because they can just screw, especially in things like crazy orders, because they could just easily screw you over.
Yeah. Also, sometimes in crazy orders, I don't know what determines this, but sometimes Crazy Hand will have an AI fighter helping him out.
Oh fuck. God damn it, Chun-Li, get your ass over here.
I think that determines on how many turns you did, because I've noticed.
Well, I even then I don't think, because I've had it. My longest run I think was like 9 turns or something like that, And when I finally did Crazy Hand, or when I finally fought Crazy Hand, there was no fighter. And then the next time I did it, I only got through like 6, and then there was. I think it might be random.
That is odd.
Yeah, so it's up B.
Captain Falcon just doesn't want to die right now.
Coco!
If he kills me, I swear.
Also, I'm still waiting on a new Metroid game, Nintendo. I know the last one that came out was the worst game ever made, but still.
Hmm.
Cannot let these things hold you. I mean, I can, but I'm crazy, so.
But what do you guys think of Smash Tour?
Good, but it takes forever. Like, that is my only problem, is that it takes forever to complete.
Well, the thing with me, I just put it on the lowest turns, so it doesn't take too long.
It still takes forever. It still takes a long time, especially if you're trying to get Pac-Land.
Yeah, well, I played it with a friend, so I never really found that. I think
Yeah, but when you're doing it solo like I did just to unlock Pac-Land, it feels like it goes on forever.
Yeah, which I think doing it with computers it is probably not the best idea because it doesn't feel as fun, I guess.
God damn it, this is difficult.
What are you trying to do? Oh yeah.
Put people to sleep.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah.
Wait until you have to do the one where you have to get 2 villagers, like you have to hit 2 villagers with pitfalls.
Oh yeah, that was annoying. I actually did a complete playthrough of the...
I actually did that no problem on the hardest difficulty.
It's kind of like...
Get lucky.
It's pretty much luck, yeah.
I did it, it took me a couple of tries, but I did eventually get it.
I actually, shameless plug, I actually did a blind run of all the solo events on my channel, so...
Stop plugging things, damn it.
No. Oh, I
God
got
damn it, go to sleep.
Icicle Mountain.
Stay asleep. To those who won't go, stay asleep.
Everyone remembers Icicle Mountain, don't they?
What game?
Melee.
The thing that I remember the most from any Ice Climbers related stage is the polar bear.
Yeah. I like it.
In my Melee review, I made a joke about the thing. By joke, I mean I put in a clip.
What?
Talked about adventure mode when I finally got to the stage. There's also a polar bear wearing sunglasses and shorts. And then I played a clip from the Catherine Tate show.
What other modes are there? We talked about crazy orders and all that. Kind of talked about events.
Trophy Rush?
Is a fun little distraction, I guess, to get trophies, but other than that, it's not...
I don't really like Trophy Rush, it's a waste of money.
It's the best way to get trophies, and is also pretty good for getting customs.
Yeah, it's pretty much there for unlockables. It's a fun time, but I wouldn't really... It's not something I'd played for hours on end.
No,
Well, it's also something you can't play for hours on end.
That too. Wait, what were you going to say, Joey?
I forgot what it's called. It's in, I forgot what it's called.
Describe it.
Bunch of trophies on the board, and then you have to fight them by going into them.
That's classic mode.
Yeah, classic mode.
I'm surprised they still call it classic mode because other than having Master and Crazy Hand at the end, it feels a lot different now, which isn't.
It's the same basic concept as the 3DS version. It's just a visual overhaul.
Pretty much, which I've heard a lot of people complain about it from the times I've played it, I've really enjoyed it actually. I think it's a nice change of pace compared to what we usually have. I'm kind of sad they got rid of like the little mini games they had before, but other than that, I think it's a fun time.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, I can make a fairly decent comparison between the two, between Classic Mode and 3DS and Wii U Smash, between Classic Mode and the originals. I can compare that to the Crystarium system in Final Fantasy 13. It's lined out with all these choices. Or, well, you think they're choices. It gives the illusion of choice when in reality it's every bit as linear as ever. No matter what path you choose, you will always end up at the same location.
Yeah, pretty much. I do like that you have more of a choice, because in Melee and Brawl, you were on a set path, but you can choose more of who you want to fight now, which is, I think, is nice.
Yeah.
There's still a sense of a random.
And thankfully, once Melee rolled around, they also made it randomized.
Yeah.
Because in the original, it was set. You would always fight Link first. It was always the exact same people each time.
Yeah. I don't know if I prefer this classic mode over Melee, but just not in terms of like the general structure, but just because the absence of the mini games. That's like the only reason that's like making me have a conflict of what's better.
Yeah, I just want to see Adventure Mode come back.
I would like something like that.
Because if they want to do something like story-ish related, do that. Don't do Subspace again, because Subspace sucked.
I don't. This is probably gonna kill Sakurai, but I actually wanted them to do an adventure mode. So it's pretty much Melee's adventure mode, but every character has a different like adventure. But that would probably kill.
That would kill Sakurai.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Nearly working on this nearly killed him.
If you don't want something like Subspace Embassy, you're not going to get anything close.
I don't want a Subspace Emissary.
Then you're not going to get anything close without killing the guy, unless he starts work on it now and releases it in 6 years.
Even then.
Doesn't work on anything else.
Well, it doesn't exactly work on a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure even when it comes to Kirby, he's just there to greenlight everything.
I don't think I don't think he's part of the Kirby series anymore.
And he's definitely not working on anything. If he isn't, I can't remember.
Once it just says new record.
I kind of want him to make a Duck Hunt or an Ice Climber game, because, well, you've seen what he's done with Kid Icarus Uprising. I kind of want that treatment with some of the other Nintendo franchises that have been dead.
So what else can you really do with like Duck Hunt though?
That's what I was going to say. What, an adventure mode where you have to shoot ducks in different places?
You must stop the evil ducks who killed your uncle.
Yes.
Well, you could be creative, because
and their lord and master, the dog.
Well, you could be creative because
Season.
Since Nintendo are probably never going to get the IP for Banjo back, they could use Duck Hunt Dog for a game similar to that, just because you have the dog and a duck and all that, and you even have a costume in Smash that's reminiscent to Banjo-Kazooie, so you know, maybe.
Yeah, but then it really isn't. Then it really isn't Duck Hunt anymore.
True, but
It was called Duck Hunt because you were literally hunting ducks.
Maybe they could change.
Adventure 64U.
I don't know. Since Sakurai isn't afraid to experiment with franchises, I kind of would like him to do something like
Well, yeah,
that.
but even when he does stray from the franchise's roots, he still keeps on the general path. It's still comparable to the originals. Like you could compare Kid Icarus Uprising is still recognizable as a Kid Icarus game.
Yeah.
if they were to take it, if you were to take a Duck Hunt game and make it more like Banjo-Kazooie, it wouldn't really be recognizable as a Duck Hunt game anymore, and there'd be no point.
True.
It's like, why not just make another 3D? Why not just make a 3D collectathon completely original at that point?
I just want a game like that again because I've always enjoyed. Well, not collect.
Just wait for a hat. Just wait for a hat in time.
True. But maybe they could do Sakurai could do something with Ice Climbers because that's been dead for a while, and it would be interesting to see what he comes up with for that because hasn't he gone on record saying that is his favorite game or something?
I don't know.
But it would be interesting to see what they.
I don't keep up with interviews.
Yeah, well, that's just something I've heard. What about All-Star mode?
It's certainly All-Star mode. What I don't understand, what just seems like weird to me, is that in the 3DS version it goes chronologically in order, and then in the Wii U version it's reverse.
Yeah, I don't really get that either, but whatever. I think
It just
All-Star mode
seems like a pointless change to me.
Yeah, but the rest area is gorgeous. It puts the melee one to shame.
What?
How do you kill Ridley?
You just keep attacking
You
him.
keep attacking him until he dies.
Okay. How much health does he have?
It doesn't show
Quite a
you.
bit.
It doesn't show you, but how much health does he have so I can give an estimate of how much I've taken away?
Yeah, you
Quite a bit.
just keep wailing on him.
Well, he's wailing on me.
I suggest that, by the way, my Metroid knowledge is forcing me to tell you to hit him in the mouth, because that's where you hit Ridley in every Metroid game to kill him.
Yeah.
Meta Ridley doesn't count.
I'm on 2 HP, I'm dead.
No, wait until you have to fight Metal Face.
Oh yay.
Technically, you don't have to fight Metal Face if you can beat the other Metal fighters quick enough. He doesn't show up, but you're not going to beat him quick enough.
Oh,
Metal Face will show up,
that
and you will
event
fight
match.
Metal Face.
I think one of the metal characters just downright just killed themselves. So yeah.
Okay, I seem to be missing something, seeing as it's... Yeah, I'm missing a lot of matches. 1, 2, 3... I'm missing 4 matches.
Yeah, I think All-Star mode is
What else?
I think All-Star mode is the best it's ever been, just because the way it's been structured before has made it take forever, especially in Brawl, which was just a chore to do, especially with all the
Brawl in
characters.
general was a chore.
Doing classic and All-Star in Brawl was just a pain to do because the classic mode in Brawl was just really bland.
Also, I do like how no matter what route I like how no matter what route you decide to go with collecting characters, whether it be through classic mode or Subspace Emissary, you're in for a tedious and awful time.
Subspace is the most efficient way to get all of them, but it's not exactly a good time.
In Yellow Devils, do you have to kill the Yellow Devil, Pikachu, and Pac-Man?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh god.
I learned that. Initially I thought that he was just kind of there, and then you just had to kill Pikachu and Pac-Man. And then when I killed him and the stage wasn't over, I learned that you have to fight Yellow Devil, and Yellow Devil has to be hit in a specific area, his eye.
Yeah, I know.
Just spam right A, and you should be good.
Yeah. I found the computer AIs to be kind of stupid when it comes to the Yellow Devil, because most of the time they're right up to him and they don't bother attacking.
It didn't do that for me. The AI is friggin' crazy, man.
And I'm dead! That's
That's it.
You know how to Mega Man.
Do it on easy.
Would you say the AI is harder or easier than the ones in Melee?
I think probably about the same level, actually. Maybe a bit easier, but still.
I better get 5,000 health from the Pikachu, Yellow Devil, and Pac-Man have 1 HP. No, 150 each, except they're gonna have stupid AI.
Because I remember going from Brawl level 9 CPUs to Melee level 9 CPUs, and it's such a huge contrast. Those guys are crazy.
Yeah, Melee is definitely a more competitive-centric game, although I'd still stand by that you can't really play Smash Brothers competitively. I feel that Smash Brothers is to fighting games what Mario Kart is to racing games. They are games that you play to fuck around with your friends.
Pretty much.
People just found ways to adapt them into the competitive scene. And by competitive, I mean complete dickheads.
I'm not a fan of the competitive Smash scene, to be honest.
I'm just not a fan of most competitive scenes in games anyway, because you look at a lot of them, people are dicks.
Yeah, pretty much. That's my problem, really.
And I get that you're supposed to be doing it to win or whatever, but there is literally no enjoyment to be had in winning if you don't enjoy getting there.
Pretty much. I don't when
in school you lose and people say, well, if you had fun, that's what counts. That's half true. If you had fun while losing, you want to go back and win. If you didn't have fun while winning, you don't feel like you accomplished anything.
Pretty much. But when I play Smash with friends, if I lose, then whatever, I had fun. But I'm not gonna have
Smash is fun.
I'm not just gonna have like a grudge against the person I lost against. It's just like, oh, you suck, I'm not friends with you anymore. That's just stupid and childish. I'm sorry, but it is.
In Brawl, because everyone was better than me, because everyone had the game other than me, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna play it because I enjoyed mashing the buttons. In you, I'm like, I'm gonna win, because I'm awesome.
Aye.
Because everyone who played Brawl doesn't know about the gamepad, and the gamepad gives you such an advantage.
Oh yeah, I don't have the GameCube adapter yet. And
I've been using a third-party GameCube adapter because the actual ones are really expensive now.
That's because Brawl U came out.
Well, when they were made specifically for Smash Brothers, but when they started to sell out, they rocketed in price on Amazon. Within 3 days, they went from $20 to $130.
He's flashing. Does that mean he's low on health?
Yes.
Good.
Who's flashing?
Done. Win. Awesome.
I'd assume the Yellow Devil.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh god, the Yellow Devil is flashing.
I just want to point out that guy was annoying in Mega Man 1.
Right, back to trying to fight Ridley.
Use the pause glitch, and then you will succeed.
I tried doing that, but I wanted to do it legitimately, which I eventually.
You fool!
I eventually did.
There's a pause glitch.
There's this
In the original Mega Man, if you using the elect beam on the Yellow Devil, if you pause just as it hits him, it resets the hit counter, so you can effectively hit him 3 times with one shot.
Yeah.
It also works on Dr. Wily, by the way.
I think Yellow Devil was the hardest boss in that game. If you don't do that glitch.
Yeah.
I'm fighting Pac-Man right now.
I had a thing to say, and I'm trying to remember what it was.
Oh, what'd you guys think of the character roster?
I like
Good.
It's a very, very good character roster. It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's when it comes to Smash. When it comes to Smash, yes, but when it comes to fighting games, I've seen way bigger character rosters. May I mention Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which has some 100 characters.
Wow.
Yes, but you have to unlock them.
But you have to unlock a bunch of those characters in Smash with you as well.
And most of those characters are extended universe.
Hmm.
They're still characters.
In terms of Smash though, this is definitely the best roster we've ever had.
Yeah.
Right, I have done all of the missions, and
Well,
I'm
almost,
missing 4 of them that I haven't unlocked.
Ah,
You haven't finished them.
they might be.
Some of them. To progress through some of them, you need to unlock the secret paths, which are always done just by unlocking certain characters.
Yeah. Which I didn't start event matches until I got all the characters, so.
Yeah, neither did I. And it's not even because I knew about the secret paths. It's just because unlocking the characters was the first thing I did anyway.
Hmm.
I'm just going to say that the picture that you get when you look at Intensity 9.0 on this game, on
Classic mode. Yeah.
that is the best thing I have ever seen in my life. It's just gold fire, demon hell ghosts everywhere.
What about the Mega Man's Final Smash? That's just like. That's pretty much just fan service all around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone went.
Speaking of Mega Man, I really don't like how much they drew from Mega Man 2.
Hey.
Why you don't
If only because I'm biased. If only because I'm biased against Mega Man 2. Like we got a couple of things from 3, a few things from 1. But most of it was 2, especially when it came to the weapons. Because other than the Metal Blades, Mega Man 2 probably has the least interesting weapon lineup in the entire series.
I do like his moveset though.
Yeah, I just wish it had more diverse stuff. Like he has the custom stuff like the Slash Claw for Mega Man 7, but his default is mostly Mega Man 2. And
Yeah.
aside from the Metal Blades, Mega Man 2's weapon lineup was boring.
I'm gonna do Intensity 5.
I thought you were gonna do Intensity 9.
Screw that!
Master Core.
What was the?
That's like punching Discord in the face and saying, sorry, I didn't realise that I punched you in the face and I was punching you in the face repeatedly.
Oh, by the way, that's a sort of segue that I can do. I read the Equestria Girls Holiday special thing
Yeah, I.
for this year.
How was that? Because I didn't read that one.
It was all right, but it's essentially the episode Ponyville Confidential all over again.
Ah, okay.
It's written slightly differently, and it's actually a mystery as to as to who is letting out the information, but it's basically the same thing.
Well, I really enjoyed the Ponyville Confidential episode, so maybe I'll.
Yeah, it's not bad, but
that episode
you
because I couldn't find it when I first watched through season 2.
But you didn't see it.
Yeah, the first time I watched through season 2, I didn't see it and wondered what's this episode about, and then it was amazing.
Also, I finally got around to seeing Rainbow Rocks.
Oh, okay. So do you want to?
Yay! Finally talk about Rainbow Rocks.
Do you want to say what you thought about that? Because, well,
It was good. It was very easy for me to make fun of as I watched it, but I liked it.
How would you say it stacks up to the original?
Way better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I also will not deny that the second one is really cliched and generic with the Battle of the Bands shit,
True.
but it's still pretty entertaining.
That's true. I just like.
I can excuse its cliches and genericism, if only because of the songs that it brought.
Alright, the music was a huge improvement, which is a good thing.
And even then, the music in the original was still really good.
Yeah, but there wasn't a lot of music in the original, so.
Yeah, but what was there was good.
Mm.
Also, something that I noticed on my second watch of the first movie, the part when Snips and Snails destroy the gym is pointless. It has no effect on the plot whatsoever because they fixed it like 5 minutes later.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 minutes.
Going back to the original Orchestra Girls, it really isn't very good going back to it, but I still find it to be kind of a guilty pleasure.
I will say it was better than the movie itself was better than the annual that was tied into it for the comics.
Mm.
The annual was really bad because it basically solidifies the fact that Sunset Shimmer's only motivation in the original movie was just to fuck with them. There was no motivation other than that.
Oh,
To split up their friendship. It was just to be a bitch.
Sunset Shimmer is so much better in Rainbow Rocks, seriously.
Yeah.
She's actually a character. In the first movie, she was just like, oh, generic villain.
That's
Yep,
the generic
and
villain now.
she's still that in the tie-in too.
Hmm.
Although the annual for this year was better. Kinda, not really, a little bit. It's a Power Ponies comic, is what it is. So,
Ah.
I mean, it was
Why does he announce
fine.
Ninja in such a way?
A lot of people seem to not like the Power Ponies episode.
Because it's kind of when it comes to what we've seen from the show thus far, it's the closest thing we've had to a jumping the shark moment. Personally, I enjoy it because it's stupid fun. It
Yeah, that's
exists to
how
be dumb.
I enjoyed it just
It's-
because of that. It
exists to be dumb. It knows it's dumb, and it
Yeah.
loves that it's dumb. And that's
pretty
why I
much.
didn't hate it.
That's why I enjoyed it.
Top dramatic. So long as you're relishing in the fact that you're over the top dramatic, you know you're over the top dramatic, and you're using it to deliberately be that over the top dramatic that it makes sense.
Right.
If you can, yeah, you can be a certain usually annoying kind of thing, I guess, if you acknowledge it and can build jokes within the movie or TV show or whatever off of it. Just by acknowledging that that is a thing, you do not. Like, there are so many, there are a bunch of movies that none that I can name off the top of my head, but I've seen so many movies include an annoying character that they acknowledge is annoying, and then that's it. They don't build any jokes off of it that the character's annoying. They're just like, this guy's annoying.
Yeah.
Which really only tells me that there's no point to him other than to be annoying.
Kicking Ganondorf's rear end right now.
I'm playing classic now.
Yeah, Rainbow Rocks was good. That end credits scene, though.
Yes, now we can actually talk about that.
Yes! That thing we tried talking about but couldn't because spoilers.
Quote River Song.
I
quoted River Song.
Yes, actually.
Oh yes, Ganondorf just killed himself. Cool.
But yes, Joey, you did. Anybody who says spoilers quotes River Song. To an extent.
Bowser's awesome in this game, actually.
I'm gonna go over here and get that because I'm not too interested in the trophies. I'm more interested in the equipment.
I'm more interested in the music, actually.
I've got.
I'm just trying to get all of them. Fuck it.
I'm getting everything as well, but I'm mostly interested in music.
I don't even need. I honestly don't care because I got the reward for the CD, the soundtrack CD.
God damn it, I don't have any good. Oh wait, I get to choose 3. Right, then I'm picking Greninja and
Ninja.
I love the announcer in this game.
Yeah.
She's like,
I don't
Greninja.
like how he says Greninja though. I just find it off. Oh come
I
on!
like that.
I like the way he says it because it's like the like mysterious and whatnot.
Greninja.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a ninja, and I'm a pirate.
Huh.
I could be a ninja because I actually have the samurai outfit.
Also,
And
can
I
I,
have
can I just
ninja.
point out that I just hate that Charizard got his own fucking character.
I like it because Charizard's character is really good. He's a power character.
Well,
All it does is just show me more how much people love Charizard and how fucking stupid it is.
yeah, well, I don't mind it. I hated Pokemon Trainer, so you know.
I hated Pokemon Trainer because you just deliberately died twice so you could play Charizard because the other two were worthless.
Well,
Not really, no.
Well, not really,
I'd say
but Squirtle was.
Bulbasaur, they're way better than Charizard. I have yet to see a good incarnation of Charizard anywhere. Every single time, he's horrible.
I think the only reason they included him over Squirtle or Bulbasaur was, well, Ivysaur, but because when someone says Pokemon, people usually think Charizard or Pikachu, so
Unfortunately.
Mario Circuit.
Brawl or Macarte.
Brawl.
They're not as good.
I honestly would have taken fucking like Macargo or something over Charizard. Literally any fire type.
Actually, why didn't we get Furrican? Or Finnegan?
Because we already had another starter that wasn't good. That wasn't very good in their original game. Like Greninja is really good in Smash, but not really in X and Y.
I started with Fennekin, so I wouldn't.
Everyone started.
I did too, but I did my play. I started with Fennekin. I started with Fennekin in my playthrough of Y, and I did my playthrough of X with Froakie, and Greninja just nah.
It's funny because when I play the game, I completely forgot the original name for Fennekin because I called him Spitfire.
See, I just never nickname my Pokemon because I find it silly.
Well, I'd like to have a little.
If I were to ever do a Nuzlocke, that'd probably be the only that would be a rule that I wouldn't follow because I don't give a shit.
Yay, Batman killed
I get that the reason it exists is because you form stronger emotional bonds.
Wait,
but to me they will always be code. They are not real things that I can connect with.
True. But did you just say, Joey? Yeah, Batman just killed himself.
No, Batman, not Batman.
Oh, that would have been funny.
New challenger approaches Batman. I'm Batman.
Perhaps Batman should die because that way we wouldn't get any more horrible Christopher Nolan movies.
Yes.
Have I mentioned before? By the way, have I mentioned before how much I don't like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies?
I just don't care about Batman in general. I heard the games are good, and I've liked what I've seen.
I usually care about Batman, but I've stopped giving a shit considering DC's exploiting him completely, like
I do
for literally no reason other than he's our most popular character. Like, there are some like 6 Batman books going on DC right now. And technically, you could probably associate the same thing to the amount of Spider-Man books Marvel has going on, but the big difference between those is because they're usually different characters. Like Ultimate Spider-Man or Ultimate Comic Spider-Man isn't Peter Parker; it's Miles Morales. It's a different guy. Spider-Verse was a bunch of different versions of Spider-Man. Spider-Gwen is Gwen Stacy if she were essentially Spider-Man. Marvel has an excuse for the amount of Spider-Man books they've got going on. DC is clearly just doing it for money because they don't give a shit about the fans.
Right, Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
Yo, that was a good shot. But
Anything else to talk about?
Well, going to the going to the Batman Spider-Man thing, I think the best part of both of their media is their games, because I found from what I've seen in the Arkham games, they're really good, and a lot of the Spider-Mans I've seen are really good as well.
The Spider-Man movies are also still consistently good. For example, The Amazing Spider-Man. Both of them.
Yeah, but I actually think the video games are the best part of their media, at least to me.
The Spider-Man games are generally pretty good, but I think I don't keep up with Spider-Man right now because I have 4 comic series that I'm keeping up with right now. I do not have money to add on a 5th.
Yeah.
Which is why, as much as it actually does kind of interest me, I probably won't keep up with Spider-Gwen when that starts in February. Because right now I can really only stick with the Sonic comics and to a lesser extent the MLP comics.
Mm.
Do you have anything else to talk about?
We're just kind of snowballing it at this point. We're just random.
We never had a topic. We're literally just talking.
Pretty much.
I know, but we at least had things on our. We at least had things that we could talk about that were related.
Well, yeah, we.
Internet working. We need to have a mini Smash tournament to see who out of us is the best. The answer is not me.
Well, you need to have your internet working first off.
Well, my internet is working. I just can't connect my Wii to it.
Mm.
Well, if you just use science.
Wait, do I have?
I'm trying to use science, but to use science it implies using money.
Wait, do I have you on the Wii U Chase?
I don't think so.
Let me see.
No. God damn it! Oh, for fuck's sake, why does Crazy Hand always frigging flip you off?
Because he's a dick. Also, when fighting Master Hand and Crazy Hand, always take out Crazy Hand first, because
Yes,
solo Master Hand is way easier to deal with.
Out yesterday, trust me on this one.
Yeah, I don't have you.
Yesterday, we accidentally killed Master Hand first, and then we couldn't kill Crazy Hand because Crazy Hand.
Wait, who did you play this with your brother?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
We were trying to go for the 5.5 challenge, but I still don't have that.
Ah, I don't have you on the Wii U.
Alright, it should just be Vicious Phantom.
Okay.
No.
Request later. Also, I just realized the My Little Pony number 26 came out earlier this month, and I have not yet bought it. Just fix that.
Great, I've gone from 5 to 4.
Alright, I sent you a request.
I'll check it in a bit. I hate that art, like, I love most things about TFAW.com. That's where I shop for all my comics. The only thing I really don't like is that in the drop-down menu, it lists some of the more popular publishers by default, so you don't have to go searching through all of them to find a specific one. And Archie is not one of them that's on there, so I have to search through every single publisher to try to find Archie.
Duh, I got Captain Rainbow.
Yeah, I can't remember if I got him or not. I know I've got all the different, like, Wonder, Red and Blue.
I need to get back to that game.
Stop opening rifts in the space-time continuum.
I need to go back to Wonderful 101. That's actually a really fun game. I don't know why I stopped.
I need to play it at some point, but I'm cautious because it's a platinum game.
Mm. But it's definitely not for everyone. But it's been a fun time from what I've played.
The thing with platinum games is that they're usually really well made, definitely, but they get old quick.
Mm. Which is why
they're more fun. I feel that they're more fun to watch than they are to play. The only exception was probably Vanquish and to a lesser extent Bayonetta.
Mm. Yeah, which is kind of why when I play Wonderful 101, I only do like 1 or 2 stages a session because
3 points.
two things. The levels are really long, and I can't like keep playing it for too long because otherwise I start losing interest. So yeah, platinum games are like some of these games where they're good in short bursts.
And I have to give it a try because I know Velcro says it's really good.
Hey, it's a Mario Brothers fight. I'm Luigi and I'm killing Mario right now.
By the way, this image, which I assume you'll probably lay over the video in editing magic.
If I'm
The fact that this
not
cover
lazy.
exists, when this cover was confirmed, it was pretty much a given that I was gonna grab it. It's so good.
If I'm not,
So once Sonic
go on.
Boom number 4 comes out, that's definitely what I'm grabbing.
Sticks with stones.
Being chased by bones.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, the thing with the Sonic Boom comics is they are not like the main series. The main series is like more storyline focused and relatively serious. Sonic Boom is very much out there. It's a lot like the show, basically.
Pretty much. It's pretty much just let's just go crazy.
Yeah,
Which
I don't mind that.
yeah.
I like dumb humor every now and then.
Yeah, I like it. I like it somewhat occasionally. Cause it's a nice little it's a nice little side thing compared to the main series, which it still has humor to it, but it's more serious than Sonic Boom.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Boom was just written the way it was, so that after writing however many fucking storylines that are more serious and, for lack of a better term, hardcore, Ian Flynn can just be silly when it comes to Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
Can I just say that Crazy Hand has just punched a massive hole through Master Hand?
Yeah, he does that sometimes.
I paused it to check Sonic Boom and it was just like, wow. That happened.
Also, a really good example, they also sometimes kind of poke fun at the fan base in Sonic Boom. For example, in issue 2, Sonic is in Cage. After a while, he just kind of starts going, I guess, insane and talking about how he needs to go fast. And he even just straight out says at one point, "Gotta go fast."
Oh wow.
Gotta go fast!
That's like a
It's a very silly book.
that's like a reference to all the Rise of Lyric people.
Just in general, even before we really saw anything relating to Sonic Boom, "Gotta go fast" just became a meme for some reason.
Wow, I'm doing classic mode right now. It said choose 2 teammates. There were two characters to choose from.
Choose them.
No, what you do is you choose them in the inverted order that you received them.
That doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, it's annoying.
It annoys the game.
You have chosen poorly.
It's just like, you chose your only 2 options, but you chose them in the wrong order, and now I have to read them in the opposite order.
God damn it.
That would be so funny if the announcer said, like, "Oh, why did you do this to me?"
It's like, effort.
Also, you know what I noticed with the Wii U version?
What?
The announcer says their names way faster than in the 3DS version.
I think that might be because in classic mode, there's usually more than just 4 characters to fight.
You guys want to know?
Well, I know, but like even when there are just like 2, when they're just 3, when it's you and 2 enemies, he still says them really fast. Like in the 3DS version, there would have paused, so he'd be like, "Mario, Little Mac," and he'd just do that.
I love
But
it.
in the Wii U version, he goes, "Mario, Little Mac." There's no pause.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah, I love the way he says Little Mac though.
Little
I'm
Mac.
just saying I'm now on 2.5 from starting at 5. Not that I suck or anything. And now Crazy Hands just said, no, I'm too crazy for you. You're too noob.
I think the announcer is the voice of the hands.
Yes, he is.
Or the announcer is the hands.
Yes, he is.
That's not a plot twist.
Look at
Can I just
Smash
say
Bros.
that
Fan. He is.
I just want to point out that I am really looking forward to Sonic the Hedgehog number 268.
Speaking of a Smash story, I guess I think the best way they could do that is a Smash Brothers anime.
I want to see that.
I would love that so much. Like,
I just want to see like even just a Kid Icarus anime with the same animation from the downloadable shorts that were on Nintendo Video for a while.
that a Kid Icarus anime or a Smash anime. Either way, I want one of those because it just fits so well, and it's just it's so much fun to watch, especially with the Palutena announcement trailer. That was amazing.
The music
Like
is
it's not gonna be until February when the second part of Spark of Life starts.
I can't wait to go back to school and kill everyone.
Also, I'm looking at the cover for number 73, and the Worlds Unite in thing is gone, so I don't think it'll happen there.
Who are your favorite?
So now
who are your favorite characters in Smash 4?
Me.
Samus.
Me. I am the best character in Smash 4.
Well, I'm talking about the actual main characters, not the Mii's don't count. They're kind of their own separate thing.
Me.
Ay. For me,
Rainbow Dash.
Sonic has always stayed as my main. Who else? I've actually grown to liking Mario's moveset a lot now.
Mario's moveset's actually much better than it used to be, but I'm not sure about that water gun thing.
Oh, that's terrible.
The Flood.
Flood's terrible, but other than that, it's a good moveset.
And Master Hand just flipped me off after blasting me through subspace. 2.2.
Hey. I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why Master Hand turns into Master Core now is because of the events that happened in Subspace Emissary. So he was pretty much just like, I need to get down to business now and let out his true powers, I guess. Because Taboo...
I think it's just because.
Because Taboo pretty much just swatted him like a fly.
I think that the fucking Subspace Emissary has nothing to do with it, and it's just a
Why
thing.
does Master Hand and Crazy Hand work together?
Well,
Because
they if you look at the trophy descriptions, they have like a conflict because Crazy Hand represents destruction and Master Hand represents creation.
So why are you destroying the creator and leaving the destroyer?
Because it's pretty much
fuck you.
well, in terms of the the I guess story of Smash, Master Hand is pretty much there to battle like characters who have like received many victories up to that point, and he has like a certain joy in fighting those characters, really.
You know you're a dumbass when you die at 2.2.
Hey.
2.1!
Oh, I'm now reminded of a Let's Play that I found of Smash 3DS. there was some kid who, because he was going to play through on each character going up in intensity with each subsequent playthrough, he started on effortless, which is already hilarious. And then as he kept winning fights, he kept acting like he was like some kind of badass or something. It was hilarious.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, you're so good playing on effortless.
What intensity is that? Is that like 1?
That's 0.
It's the very lowest.
Wow.
Intensity 0.
How do you guys feel about
3 intense.
Well, I guess this is more for you, Chase, because Jerry hasn't experienced it yet. How do you feel about Master Fortress?
What is my...
I didn't do Master Fortress
It is
yet.
well. It's hard at first, but once you know what to do, it's a lot easier. They basically, before you go for the like heart, I guess, for lack of a better word, at the very end, attack all of the laser enemies before doing so, otherwise you'll die. And that really demoralizes you.
Why is the sun crashing into the earth?
Because
I just noticed that in the background. I'm like, why?
Oh, I love the aesthetics of Final Destination now. It's just gorgeous to look at.
Instead of just drugs. Right, I somehow died on 2.1. I'm doing
Guys on
absolutely
0.
horrible. Yesterday, I was able to do 5.5.
Who are you playing as?
Me.
Oh. Who did you play
Yes,
as before?
I only play as me.
Did you play as you before?
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's the change in moveset, because actually I'm doing more damage with this moveset. So why am I dying? In fact, I've got an in-air recovery move as compared to when I last played. If I tried recovering using my up B, it would actually kill me just flat out by launching me into the void.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you faced Master Core yet?
No.
Oh, he's only on higher difficulties.
6 and up, I believe.
Basically, you want me to play 9.9.
I know Master.
Oh no, you can fight Master Core on 6 and up, I think.
Master Fortress is 8 and up, so you have to be a lot very careful with that.
I'm gonna get recording software and I'm gonna record myself do 9.9.
Well, if you can maintain that.
Well, no, you can't even do 9.9 because it doesn't exist.
Well, 9.0. But yeah.
I swear, I have no loot left.
I think we may have officially run out of things to talk about.
I think we're just randomly talking now.
I can get through all of classic mode without dying until I get to Master Hand.
Hmm.
Before we go into
I literally have no loot left to look to.
considering this has been going on for 2 hours.
Well, the other thing I got with the money, the eShop money was Punch Out for the NES, and my gosh, Sandman is really hard.
Who's the powerfulest character
In what now? Smash.
in Smash Bros. U?
Maybe Bowser.
Right.
Probably
I think
it
I've
could
got
also be
something
Ganondorf.
here.
Yeah, I think Bowser is more fun to play though overall.
Basically, anybody that moves slow but hits hard, anybody that moves slow and hits hard is a good contender.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going with Bowser.
But next episode is
By the
gonna.
way, Captain Falcon is the second fastest character, I believe, second or third.
Hmm.
I know they confirmed that I think Sonic is the absolute fastest.
Well, obviously, that's the whole point of his character.
Character.
Hey.
He barely has a character in the games. the vaguest semblance of a character.
Well, he's starting to have a character in the games now. He has more personality than he has in years.
Which has been, okay, as much as I do really like Boom, a lot of its new personalities, and I do mean like the better ones, like with Amy, have been lifted straight from the game, or from the comics. Sonic and Amy's personalities are near identical to theirs in the comics. Knuckles and Tails, Tails hasn't really changed, but Knuckles is at least completely new.
I do like that they're trying to kind of flesh out their characters more, as we've kind of seen in more recent Sonic games, like especially Lost World.
Yeah.
The character development still needs work, but they're getting there.
Just can we just please have Ian Flynn write the fucking games at this point?
Right, Bowser, Intensity 9 on. Jesus!
Well, next episode we're definitely going to do the whole Sonic rambling thing.
Cool.
I will be the resident comic rambler.
I will be just randomly adding in stuff despite I'm learning from all of these podcasts.
Well, you learn something new every day.
No, seriously, every time I'm in these podcasts, I learn something new about Nintendo.
Yay!
And
Nintendo started out making Hanafuda cards.
You've played Punch Out NES, haven't you, Chase?
What?
You've played Punch Out NES, haven't you, Chase?
Anyone who has
A little bit, yeah.
this game.
A little bit, yeah.
I still think Punch Out Wii is probably the best Punch Out game, but the original
I used to play Punch Out Wii. I played a little bit of Super Punch Out.
Super Punch Out, it seems I haven't played it yet, but it's a lot different compared to the others, which isn't really.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it seems interesting. I like the.
Also, a fun fact about Super Punch Out: Charles Martinet voiced everybody.
Yeah, that is kind of mad.
Everyone.
He is everyone. Fear him.
He also voiced my favorite role. My favorite role from Charles Martinet, if only because of how much it contrasts with what we know him as. He voiced Parthenax in Skyrim.
Speaking of the characters in Punch Out, I love the personalities they gave them in Punch Out Wii. There's so
Punch Out for the NES is probably racist.
Yeah, Punch Out Wii is they had so much. You could tell they had so much fun making the characters more realistic, I guess. Well, not really realistic, but not really.
It better be Donkey Kong.
Yeah. When you fight Donkey Kong, you can tell that it's Donkey Kong because the way he acts.
Why the fuck is Donkey Kong in the game?
Some people are just like, Donkey Kong is
I mean, like, it's not exactly a bad thing, but I want to know the thought process that led to.
Well, I guess because
Donkey Kong.
I guess maybe because they took out Mario as the referee, so maybe they were like, let's put in.
The only reason they took out Mario is because they thought he wouldn't fit with the artistic style of the game.
I can see that definitely.
Donkey Kong was fine though. By the way, you should start reading the Sonic comics because they're really good. Also, it's lonely being the only one who reads them.
I've only read the first issue.
Mm.
The MLP comics are pretty good. They're
There 2 loads of My Little Pony comics.
technically 3. There's the main series, the micro series, and then Friends Forever, which I haven't been keeping up on. But what I have read of Friends Forever is pretty good. The best issue by far is the Discord and Cutie Mark Crusaders one, by the way.
I would keep up with all the comics if I had the money for that, because I only have a paper round at the moment, which does it's.
I'll after the podcast, I will send you a magical place where you don't need money for these comics.
Hey.
Yes, please send me this magical place.
Oh, CD.
But you should. I suggest occasionally buying like Sonic Archives or something to at least support the writers because.
I don't have the money to support people. Otherwise, I would.
I would
I
love.
think I've supported Nintendo.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like I'd love to support donations for charity streams and whatnot, but I don't have the money for that.
So I just mean like every now and then.
Well, yeah.
Wait, quick question. You two, how did you get your Wii U's?
I got it on the Christmas of 2012.
I had saved up some money knowing that it was going to come out, and bought it around the time it came out.
Right, okay.
or
I just wanted to
Oh.
because I bought it.
or we
Just
could
flat.
or we could bring back that joke where Jack thought you said you got it after lunch.
Yeah,
Yes, I did get
Okay.
it after lunch because it was like 2-ish. I
What's actually really funny is that I did actually, when I bought my Wii U, it was after lunch.
yeah, same. It was after lunch.
He's not
But technically, I didn't even
not
have
exactly
breakfast that day, so.
That's pretty funny.
My dinners
Still.
these days tend to be mostly my breakfast and lunch.
Oh, come on.
I tend to just snack until dinner happens.
Yeah. No, that's fun. That I remember that. I remember that you said something like, "Yeah, I beat the story for Hyrule Warriors in like 15 minutes."
Sure.
Is that even possible?
No.
Totally.
Jeez.
If you are the greatest speedrunner of all time.
What is with these stages or missions or whatever where it's just like ×2 speed?
Because fuck you. That's why.
Say there's an event that's like gotta go fast. I don't think that's what it's actually called, but it's just you in Windy Hill Zone where the speed is just like doubled.
Yeah, it's just challenge. Anyway, I think that's about all we've got for now.
Alright, down to 8.5.
Or not.
I'm still playing it, and I decided to do it.
Well, from what I played of Kingdom Hearts, I'm enjoying it. I haven't played that much of it, but you know.
Have you noticed how many
Kingdom
blue
Hearts-
characters there are in Smash Bros?
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the only Kingdom Hearts game worth finishing.
I agree.
Like, I've played them all to an extent, and Kingdom Hearts 2 is the only one I gave a damn about.
No, well, I'm enjoying.
And 2.
I've enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 1 the time I played it, but I haven't played that much
Actually,
of it.
the only, now that I think about it, the only Kingdom Hearts game I haven't played is Recoded.
Ah. Let me see it. Let me think. Wii Party U. There's not really a lot I can say about it. It's okay. It gets the job done, but it's nothing special.
Yay, everyone killed themselves.
Oh yeah,
Lost B Mario.
I bought Sonic Generations on PS3, even though I already have the PC version. The only reason I bought it was because my dad gave me £10 to spend when I went to town once. I saw it lying there, so
So you just decided I'll buy it.
the only reason is for recording purposes. That's the only reason I got it.
Oh sweet, I've got to beat whatever the boss is now because I've just got 5 upgrades in line.
Die, Dark Pit. I love how we're playing Smash at like literally like midnight.
Is it?
Yeah, it's almost midnight.
Oh, whatever.
It's not even 5 o'clock for me.
So everyone here is playing Smash.
I'm not.
Oh.
Get on Smash.
Nah.
Your God of Darkness demands it. Me, by the way.
I guess we.
I legit at this point, I honestly don't think we have anything left to talk about. I think we're just
spouting random.
dragging this.
We're just spouting random nonsense. I think we could have a not now, obviously, because this podcast episode has run its course. But maybe the one after the Sonic podcast, we could have one basically going over like what we think of how what Nintendo's done this year and what we expect next year, I guess.
More awesome things there.
Yeah, but I think that could be its own discussion.
I suppose, but this has been going on for like 2 hours, so it's probably best to end it.
Yeah, I'm getting tired, so do you guys have any closing thoughts?
Right.
Only that I own 4 volumes of Sonic Archives, and there's only one good story in those entire things.
Jerry?
Buy Tilk's Jaffa Cakes. They're symbiotically good, and if you can't get them anywhere near you, use Alcorn shipping.
I honestly thought you were going to forget about that.
Yeah, screw you. Also buy Daring Do books.
Hey.
Again, Alcorn shipping.
I shall forever be a living advertisement for IndieBox. Go subscribe to that because it's cool.
When are we gonna get our sellout money?
I wish. I really. Oh!
I'm already getting mine.
Speaking of
I
which.
swear, if I get if the podcast gets a message from the person who runs Tilk's Jaffa Cakes saying he's never had so much business,
That would be so hilarious.
that would be brilliant. We'll have to have him as a host. Well, as a guest. But yeah.
If we can actually get him on, which that would be really interesting. Speaking of money, though, I got
Get Mike Pollock.
I got about £20 for Christmas money, which I'm gonna use all of that for BronyCon. So we have 20 more pounds.
Great. No, we're much less than we originally intended because of the Wii U, and I'm only going to have to spend more money later.
Well, I just need to find a job at this point.
2 things. 1, I need to find a way to connect my Wii U to the internet, which is going to cost money. 2, I need a job.
The only reason I've been
Yeah.
holding out on a job is just because Christmas and exams are like really, really close right now. So I kind of want to do that first.
I have a very good
Remember
reason.
the advice that I will continuously give. Do not become a janitor.
Yeah, I don't plan to. So
I swear that's also becoming a staple of the show.
yeah, gotta keep those trends
It
going.
is. And I know from experience, don't do it. It's not like Dust Force at all.
Yeah.
Dust Force?
Well, but if you're considering being a janitor, it's exactly like Dust Force. Totally.
Sure. I don't even know what I'm agreeing to.
Yeah.
By Tilk's Jaffa Cakes, they're symbiotically good. Anyway. For the record, Tilk's Jaffa Cakes is a t-shirt. They're not a real thing until I go to BronyCon and actually bake Tilk's Jaffa Cakes.
And give
And
the
I will give them to, what's his
John
name?
Delancey.
John Delancey. I will John Delancey Tilk's Jaffa Cakes.
That'll be the record it.
Like, oh,
You have to record it.
By the time we will have a decent recording camera and we will record it,
I have my own cam.
I will get kicked out of BronyCon by security for harassing John Delancey with Tilk's Jaffa Cakes.
That'll be
I
the
don't think I
best.
trust these.
That'll be the best thing ever.
My Little Pony fan, Stargate fan, Jaffa Cakes. Don't trust this.
Security!
Assuming he's even there.
But he will be because it's BronyCon.
I'd assume he'll be there.
Yeah, that doesn't always confirm. May I just point out that after right after the character got popular, and people sent emails to John Delancey, right until people started sending him emails saying how they loved his performance, he had completely forgotten he did the character.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I just want to do this so I can legitimately say I trolled Discord.
And at the same time, Q.
Yeah. That's amazing. I can't wait
John
for
Delancey is just awesome.
I can't wait for the voice actor Q&A because that's just gonna be too funny.
I'm wearing the shirt.
Three,
I'm gonna get the shirt.
three BronyCons after it happened, somebody asked John Delancey, "What was the weirdest thing that ever happened to you at a convention?" Well, there was a time somebody came up to me and gave me Tilk Jaffa cakes.
They were symbiotically good.
Still weird though.
It was still weird, but they were really good Jaffa.
You have to do that when there's an actual big crowd because then everyone will just die.
It's John Delancey. The crowd will be bigger than any other voice actor.
Yeah, but I mean give it to him on in an event, not like randomly oh hey.
Yeah, no, it'll be in the Q&A.
I can't wait for this.
So I'm gonna bake these Jaffa cakes. I'm gonna go
yeah,
in, and then when he says any questions, he'll be like, "Yes, what do you think of my Jaffa cakes? I've never had them. Well, now's the chance to try them."
Wow.
Yeah, this has been going on for about 2.5 hours now.
And now we're just dragging this out, talking about how we're gonna troll John Delancey.
Yeah, let's just end this.
Alright, this has been Key Gaming by Tilk's Jaffa Cakes, Daring Do Books, and use Alicorn Shipping, it's whimsically magical. Tilk's Jaffa Cakes are symbiotically good, and use all that to get hours of entertainment and tasty. So eat your Jaffa Cakes while reading your books.
Ba-da-ding, goodbye.
And remember, Christopher Walken says, to always eat your vegetables.
And Tilk's Jaffa Cakes.
Goodbye.
See, that's one of my off Christopher Walken impressions. Sometimes they're really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stop recording before we go on another tangent. Goodbye. There we go.